Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mansillon, artist and spiritualist. I come to say hello, to welcome you to this new age that is about to unfold. I thank you so very much for, if you're new, to subscribe, for supporting the channel, for liking, sharing, commenting. And I thank you for your donations. If you want a private session, you can send me an email. We're really at the brink of this great transformation. I don't know if how much you feel of that, but it's very important, I think, to expect nothing, but to be ready for anything, and to be attuned to what is coming from within, and to be attuned to listen to your heart, to your intuition, to the voice of your soul. For a long time, the soul was completely put on the sidetrack. The mind and the ego mind was like the master controller of our life, and now we're allowing the mind to be submissive to the voice of the heart. For in order to reach the Nirvana, the higher planes, we need to let go of all the memory, forget all of the memory and all of the attachment that we may have. So it takes a while before we completely integrated with that, but what we do need to integrate this new eternal level of reality, which is so much more better, so richer. There is so much more there. There are more people there that we can see, also people there that we're coming in contact with as the company of heaven, the whole grand consciousness of our local universe is available and conscious, as well as all the galactic planes and all that. And now I realize, this has been going on in my life for quite a while, but now I realize every day or every other day, I'm being more aware now. It's like for 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, I'm in a state of total bliss, total love, total. It's like, whoa, it's like, and now I'm trying to, when those moments come, I'm trying to milk it, I'm trying to stay with it, but it only lasts a few seconds. Maybe someday it will last a few minutes, then a few hours, then eventually it may become permanent. Well, we're really at the birth of a new reality, a new energy, a new dimension. And the birth pain, as the baby comes closer, the birth pain becomes more difficult. And so do not worry about what we need to go through, what you need to go through in order to traverse that. Just stay in touch with your heart. And because most of what is going on in the world, all of the things that are going on in the outside world is actually designed, specially created as a distraction from our inner self, from our inner light, from our inner being. Our inner self will let us know what is important at any given moment. It's very important, I think, to return to the simplicity of nature, and to anchor our energy into the earth, because that's really what helps with accelerate the whole process of evolution. Because when we anchor this energy into the earth, we're clearing up part of the subconscious, and then subconscious is all of the memory, all that's been going on, and now there's so much fear that keeps coming up because of this collective whole. But as we implant more love, more light, then people are starting to get more light, more love from the unconscious domains of their subconscious. So share your truth and be the model of your highest version of yourself. For we are already connected to all being, all things, all times, all spaces. But we have a plan, we have a past that is designed as a movie. There is like a script that's been going on. But there is not such a thing that could separate us when we are in the heart from anyone or anything. You can talk to anyone within your heart. You can communicate with everyone, and they will receive the information on the soul level. Sometimes they will respond. And there are countless beings that are invested in our ascension. On the galactic planes, there are millions of ships that we do not see yet. And then beyond, on the celestial planes, there are so many that are involved. And then there is even a higher spirit and deeper confine of the ethers that are also assisting in the process, that are utterly beyond the concept of the galactic or anything like that. But there are beings in the universe with amazing divinity attributes and powers, and they don't go directly interfering with the lower planes, but but we are really getting a lot of help, and as our frequency arises, we are able to match our frequency. Because it's all, since we're connected to all that is, it's all about matching frequency that is coherent within our consciousness. So all of that, as we contact more in the subtle planes, our I am presence is able to filter whatever is coherent, and will increase our consciousness, and so we are getting rich, and then we forget, but it's okay, because it's all integrated within the Akash. The Akash is the sum of all our memory, our thoughts, our emotions, our intentions, our words, our actions, our situations. Everything that happened has been recorded in a holographic form that we'll be able to revisit after this life, and our guides will explain, will give us the greatest point about the lessons we learned, the good things, what we still need to learn, work on, all of that. But when you look at all the past memory of your own life, you can say this is your Akash. You may not have the full understanding of why, the ins and outs, the why, buts, and because of all that is, but your memory is your Akash. Sometimes I feel like, so it's very important to forgive yourself and forgive others, to be free. And talking about the first contact with the galactic families, and so this is inevitable. It's inevitable. It's gonna come. It will be one of the greatest, if not the greatest, event in human history of all time, and it will change everything forever. But first, we need to grow up, because before that happens, because they have an agenda of peace, and we're not yet at peace here. We haven't solved many of our problems. My master guide explained to me a long time ago, I sent greetings to him, thank you for his continuing guidance and blessings and protection. And he explained to me in 1992, the first time I was able to converse with him, that because I wanted to develop galactic technology and to bring down some extraterrestrial to work with them. And he said, it's so much easier for you to go there than for them to come down here. So just because they're not welcome here. There's a lot of military and conflicting powers that it's dangerous for them. They don't want to come into conflict. But for us, we can already go there. And there's ways. He taught me a technique to go as a group, to project our consciousness. Because when you go alone at the beginning, you have to traverse the fourth dimension, and your soul can be distracted and hijacked. But when you gather a group, you make a solid vehicle of the collective consciousness of the group. You open a vortex of energy with the intention of projecting yourself into another higher dimension, planets or ship or whatever dimension. Then you achieve this dimension, and then you stay there for like 20 minutes and then half an hour. You have your experiences, and you bring down the information. The same thing he explained to me also, that when I'm looking for a scientific solution, for instance, it will be so much easier to go into the realm of the infinite, because all the solutions are already there in the infinite. When on the Earth, on the third dimension, a lot of the solutions will not be found, even if you spend 50 years in a laboratory with a whole team of people, where in 10 minutes you can have this information. So with your intention, you're already connected to the infinite and all in between. So it's very important to eventually we're going to learn that we do not need technology to do interplanetary traveling. Our consciousness can leave our bodies on the planet and travel with our astral body. That will develop. I'm going to write a book about it, because I did write a book about it, but I didn't publish it, and now it's not really, I want to upgrade it before I publish it. So all of that will be coming. So I'm going to thank you so very much. I'm going to pull a few cards. In the French reading, on the Akash, we had the Father, remain close to your Creator, to your first source. It is really the key to the integration of your divinity, is to be collaborative, to be a partner with your Creator. Here we have the angel and the farm. And connect to the angel. Your guardian angel is also very faithful, very, very light about it. They're not really going through what we go through. They're sharing all of our experience, but not from the same perspective. And it will be the farm, to be independent. And we're going to move into this completely independent way of dimension, where we're going to be able to assist the world while they're going through their dark night of the soul. Because we've already been through that. And so just... the observer of the day is approaching the precipice. There is choices that needs to be made. Trust that you'll make the right choices. It's like, for me, it's like with this freedom coming, I do sense this great freedom. I'm going to have a lot of choices to make, but it will be my choice. But I will always filter it through my heart. It's always good to receive confirmation from your heart, for your higher guidance when it's an important decision, or ask for counsel. Everybody, every human has the right to ask for wisdom or counsel. Wisdom and counsel. Those are very important to know, that you just ask the spirit realm for counsel or wisdom, perfecter of wisdom or divine counselor. They will counsel you, or through your guides, you'll receive counsel. And the highest wisdom is the invisible power. That's exactly what I'm talking about, to be able to work with this invisible world of higher consciousness. That is always available. It's just we're not always in the frequency to receive it, but as we practice, we're getting more adept at it. What we need to understand is reparation. I know it's a lot of reparation, both on the physical and me with my soul connection. I know it's really hard for me to live without her, and for her to live without me. Although we've never met on the physical, we have such a deep connection. Maybe it will work, maybe it won't. It's just like just like up in the air. But to be at peace and to be kind and to forgive. And what we need to do is but there's a lot of other reparation, and for me it's like, wow, all those, my life was just completely blew up 3 years ago. Now I'm just hoping, praying God that I will be able to put it back together in a way that God wants it, in a way that is harmonious and flowing. And so what we need to do is peace, to be at peace. The more we are at peace, the easier it will be for things to unfold, and the outcome will be trust. We're going to be able to really find a great deal of self-confidence in the choice, in the actions that we'll take. And just trust yourself, trust the flow of life. Trust your flow. Get into the flow. We want to move into our flow. Let the other people be in their own flow. Some people are really fast flow. Some people are very slow flow. We have to find not too fast, not too slow, just to find our own flow. And so I'm going to finish with a song. It's a song, I pulled out this song. It's a song by somebody who's chased by the shadows. It's like it's chased by the shadows, but then he found the light eventually. It's called Moon Shadow. Oh, I'm being followed by a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow, leaping and hopping on a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow. And if I ever lose my hands, lose my plow, lose my land, or if I ever lose my hands, or if hey, I won't have to work no more. And if I ever lose my eyes, all my colors all run dry. If I ever lose my eyes, oh if hey, I won't have to cry no more. Oh, I'm being followed by a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow, leaping and hopping on a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow. Oh, if I ever lose my legs, I won't moan and I won't beg. Yes, if I ever lose my leg, oh yeah, hey, I won't have to walk no more. And if I ever lose my mouse, all my teeth, north and south. Yes, if I ever lose my mouse, oh hey, I won't have to. Oh. Did it take long to find me? I asked the faithful light. Did it take long to find me? And are you going to stay the night? Oh, I am being followed by a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow, leaping and hopping on a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow. Somebody that's confronting all his deepest fear. A wonderful song from Cat Stevens or Yusuf Islam now it's called. All his music is very beautiful, very spiritual. Like moon shadow. We have those shadows that follow us everywhere. If we lose our hands, if we lose our eyes, if we lose our mouths, if we lose our legs, it's like, whoa, well, then I won't have to. It's like, of course, it's easier said than done, but let's be grateful to have all that already. And to know that we are protected. The observer of the day is protection. We are protecting, we are guarding a higher vision, just as the Spirit and God is protecting us on our path. Do not be afraid. The more you work with your heart, the more protection you get. And not to confront anything or anyone frontally, and the darkness needs to, because otherwise we play the game of the dark. But to find a way to be, if you have no fear when you meet there is some extremely dark beings in this universe. I've met some of them. It's like, but I wasn't afraid, so they couldn't hurt me. If you're afraid, they can hurt you. But God will not present you anything. They will test you first to see how you react to something through your eyes, through your dreams, because everything, all the visions, all the dreams, all that happens in our physical life, all that we dream about, everything is connected to the One. Everything is part of the One and an expression of the One. Some things we need to expurge and some things we need to cultivate. The highest wisdom is doubt. Well, so it's okay to doubt. It's okay to ponder, to put things in perspective, but not too long. For me, it's like it's all very much. It's not about the matrix. All of that is like, it's not about my faith in God. Well, that is absolutely solid. But I can have, sometimes I can doubt myself. And I can certain doubts in relationship to my relationship on the deeper soul levels. Well, what we need to understand is the tests and trials. It's hard. Oh, we have two of the toughest cards. What we need to do is the intuition. To follow the intuition. Our heart will guide us through the whole process and will bring you to happiness. It's really the outcome is happiness. As we get rid of our doubts, we find renewal. We can let go of the past, forget all the memories, start with a fresh blank canvas. We find liberation as the wisdom, and we find forgiveness. It's very important to not hold grudges, to not. Sometimes you have to stand on certain ground in order to not be abused again. But so just be measured in your relationship, in relationship to anything. And as far as the trials, there is hope. When you pass through the tests and trials, you have to have hope. You have to communicate, it's important, but try to communicate positively, yet to be true to yourself, but not to be too severe in your communication. If you communicate to someone, that's like, sometimes the truth can hurt also. And to understand joy. For joy is always, it will be the fuel of our existence. I'm talking about those few moments, those few seconds that I'm experiencing is like total joy, total liberation. There's no memory, none of it exists at those moments. So eventually those moments, if you tune into that or receive that energy, for something you receive, when you feel this moment of like, everything is perfect, it's like the feeling so good. It made me cry. It's like Jimi Hendrix in The Angel. Feeling so good, it made me cry. It's like, wow, it's like just try to milk it and just we'll continue to ask for more. Huh? Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Salat.